How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. So today, a little bit different format on the screen here because I wanted to show you some games that I recorded on my phone. But I have been playing this Mr. Negative Lady Deathstrike deck all day, and it has been the most fun I've had playing Marvel Snap in months. Is it the best deck out there? Is it a tier 1 deck? No. Is Lady Deathstrike a good card? I still don't think so. But is it fun? Absolutely. And can you climb ladder with it? Absolutely. It's a Mr. Negative deck at its core, and the ability for negative decks to win big cube games, 8 cube games on turn 7 is pretty huge as long as you're playing and snapping correctly. But you have the ability to dump a lot of power, a lot of unexpected power on turn 6, turn 7, which gives this deck the ability to win games like that. So I don't really recommend buying Lady Deathstrike if you haven't already. If you're just looking for the most competitive cards, most competitive decks. But if you're looking to have fun and have some wild plays happen, this is the deck for you, and Lady Deathstrike can do that for you. If you haven't played Mr. Negative before, the idea is to play Psylocke or Zabu on turn 2 and play Negative on turn 3, and just get as many cards drawn from after playing Mr. Negative as possible, so you have magic to extend the game a turn so you can get 1 extra card draw. And then you just have to adapt from there based on what you get to play for very cheap. The main highlights that I have run into is playing Wong into Mystique, into Shuri, and then getting Lady Deathstrike just absolutely massive, and then playing Arnim Zola on the Lady Deathstrike. You clean the whole board out. They end up with no cards. I have a few games like that I think are recorded today on my phone. It's just really fun. If you get a big Lady Deathstrike out, it also makes your null really big. So if you can play the Arnim Zola for free and the null for free, it gets pretty wild with the amount of points that you can put on board. On top of that, the main card that wins you games is Iron Man. Iron Man into Mystique is just really strong. Iron Man into Arnim Zola is also a way to win. So with Arnim Zola being this deck, you're going to want to either keep one lane clear so you can copy an Iron Man, or make sure you can clear whatever lane you're playing on with Lady Deathstrike so your Zola can hit the Deathstrike and copy that. So you just want to be a little bit mindful about your lanes and how much you're filling them up. It's really hard for me to give you play lines. You just want to get Psylocke or Zabu out, Mr. Negative on turn 3, get magic out so you get that extra draw, and then dump a bunch of stuff on board. So give this deck a shot. Again, I've had so much fun with it. I'm going to put some gameplay after this. I haven't played those games yet, so I don't know how highlighty they're going to be. So that's why I put this one here, maybe 1 or 2. I have no idea. I haven't edited this yet. But check out the games coming up. And as usual, if you love all things Marvel Snap, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so we have the Negative. Hopefully we can get the Zabu or Psylocke. That would be nice. Negative on turn 4 isn't the end of the game, but it's not ideal. Superflow is great for us. We're going to be able to play it on turn 3 now, so we don't need the Psylocke or Zabu. So we'll skip here. We'll play Negative probably right. Our opponent is snapping on us already. We'll see what I assume he's playing Zabu. Oh, just a bishop. We do have the ability to get rid of the bishop early with Deathstrike, which may not be the worst. Okay, well, Lamentis is very bad for us. There's not a lot that we can do here. Do we have great ways to win? We do have Wong. Wong into... Oh, man. Wong into Ironheart. Wong, Ironheart. It's tough. Maybe we can play Wong right. Maybe we can get an early... that's going to buff Bishop. So we can't get an early Deathstrike on Bishop. We can drop a Deathstrike on Sunspot that will get rid of our Wong. So I do like the Shuri play. Now that we have an extra play, we can play Shuri into Deathstrike and then Zola Deathstrike. I guess the question is, do we play Shuri right now? Or do we play the Ironheart? If we play the Ironheart, then we can potentially keep the monster alive. I like that. We'll Shuri next turn. We'll Deathstrike. And then Arnim Zola. If we can get these tigers to jump right, that would be ideal. Yeah, Shuri into Deathstrike into Zola is just our main line here. Hopefully he doesn't play Legion or something to turn off Limbo. Jane Foster. I mean, we should be able to delete all of this. He might retreat after this Lady Deathstrike comes down, assuming he doesn't have Legion to just win the game outright. Let's snap here. Hopefully he'll stick around. He's winning pretty handily, so I don't see him not sticking around. This Deathstrike's gonna get to 12, and then with the Zola, hopefully we can kill off Superflow and Monster Island, just everything there. Our monster should stay alive. Iron Man, easy target for the Deathstrike. He has 2 cards left, so he can't buff up Bishop past what he needs. And then we're dropping the Zola and praying. If he has something like Cosmo, he could win it. If he has Shang-Chi to get rid of the Deathstrike right now, he could win it. Jubilee's not going to do anything. He was just praying. And essentially, he played 0 cards. I've had countless games like this, and it's so fun. I've had a great time with Lady Deathstrike. If you listen to me on the podcast, you know I was not excited for her at all. I still think she's a bad card, but as far as the fun level goes, it's fantastic. If we have our negative, we can top deck Psylocke or Zabu. That would be ideal. Unfortunately, we already drew our Iron Man, but still Psylocke or Zabu would be great. Zabu. I guess we'll play it left. And then negative next turn. Then we can look to magic on turn 4. We'll play negative mid. If we want, we can stack Wong probably right. We're going to play magic mid also to get rid of this. He might end up playing like Venom here, hoping to revive a Venom. So we'll try to take that away. Is Psylocke worth anything? Maybe if we like top deck a Mystique. Well, if we top deck a Mystique, we're probably just dropping Iron Man. Top deck and Ironheart, we can play that along with the Wong, so I guess it could be worth it. We also have Shuri. We can Wong into Shuri. So I think it's worth it having the extra energy. So this is good. He won't get another shard. We have the Mystique. I do like Iron Man into Mystique. If he destroys more, the Null into Mystique is also fantastic. I think I like playing the Iron Man here. Just use up all of our energy, well, all but one. Get as much as we can out of it. Then we have the option to Mystique next turn. We can also Mystique the Wong if we end up playing that. We have some options. This also allows us to Arnim Zola the Iron Man if we want. Doesn't look like we're going to be doing that. So I think we are actually going to be playing Mystique left, dropping a Wong and then Ironheart, and then we're just looking to null if we need to in a specific spot. And we're just kind of staying away from middle, I think. But we'll see. Maybe he's playing a Venom mid. We're still going to need more power right in order to win. So Hulkbuster. Deadpool. And another shard.
I am Iron Man.
So hopefully Ironheart can get some good targets. Not terrible. Lady Deathstrike. The only place we can play that is middle, and it really doesn't do anything for us. So maybe we just play maybe a null right. We give up middle. Hopefully he gives up on left. If he plays like plays Destroyer, we're hoping the Wolverine lands either mid on. I guess it depends. It's not a Destroyer. This isn't looking great. Well, I think we're okay. Yeah, the Venom. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. Oh, I guess he's just hoping Wolverine lands left. Either way, I'll take it.